Okay, so welcome back, my dear friends. Today we will be discussing direct and indirect proportion. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about our class 8 mathematics chapter. And the chapter is direct and indirect proportion. Direct and indirect proportion. Right. So, direct, what actually is the meaning of direct? Face to face. Okay. Face to face, immediately. Indirect, which are not occurring face to face. Okay. So in mathematics also we do apply this particular concept, that what actually direct proportion, what is indirect proportion. Okay. So in order to understand completely about direct and indirect proportion, what we do, we compare two quantities. We compare two quantities. Okay, like if I will say that price of sugar is 2 rupees per kg. Price of sugar is 2 rupees per kg. Okay, if you will take 1 kg, the price will be rupees 2. Okay. Then if you are taking 4 kg, the price will be 4 into 2, so rupees 8 per kg. So what you have found in this one, when you are increasing the quantity from 1 kg to 2 kg or 3 kg or 4 kg, simultaneously your price is also increasing. Your price is also increasing. So you can say that if there is increase in increase in quantity, there will be an increase in price also. There will be an increase in also. Right? Okay. So suppose for 1 kg, the price is rupees 2. For 2 kg, the price is rupees 4. For 3 kg, the price is rupees 6. For 10 kg, the price is rupees 2 into 10, which is 20. So now, in this what we have seen, one side you have written quantity of any commodity or quantity of the item. Another side you have written price, means cost, total cost, or we can say total cost. Understand? Total cost. So now, what we have seen, that when we go on increasing quantity, there is an increase in cost also. There is an increase in total cost also. Now, it is direct. Why it is called direct? Because if you are increasing one side, another side also increasing. If suppose one side you are increasing, another side it will be decreasing, then it will be called as indirect. Where both side increase is taking place, in both we expect quantity and price, then we can say that it is in direct proportion. It is in direct. It is varying directly. Now whether it is in proportion or not, that we need to find out. So what we will be doing, suppose if we are going for finding out the ratio between quantity and cost, if we are going to find the ratio between quantity and cost. Here I am writing quantity is to cost. So in this case quantity is 1 kg, so it is 1. Ratio, another one is 2. 1 is to 2 is what? 1 by 2. 1 is to 2 is what? 1 by 2. Ratio? Okay. Now in this case, what you are finding? You are finding 2 is to 4. 2 is to 4. Then what it is? 2 by 4. When you are cancelling with 2, it is you are writing 1 by 2. You are writing 1 by 2. Okay. Next one, you are writing 3 is to 6. Then 3 by 6. Again 2. So 1 by 2. 10 kg if it is there. So 10 is to 20. 10 by 20. Cancelled. 1 by 2. So what you have found, why we are saying that proportion? Because each and every time there will be equal proportions between the quantity and the price. You see that all are equal. 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 only you are getting. You put it anything, whether it is 100 kg, 2000 kg, your proportion will come only 1 by 2. If these circumstances are there, this type of situation is there, when you are finding the ratio between two quantities, whether it is quantity or cost, okay, and if you are finding the proportion same, then it will be called as direct proportion. Direct proportion. So as the proportion value 1 by 2 is constant for ratio of quantity of item and cost of the item, the proportion is said to be direct proportion. It is said to be direct proportion. So in this condition we must get equal ratio. Then only we will be able to call it as direct proportion. Okay? So this direct proportion concept we have to utilize now, and we will be solving questions from first exercise on the basis of this direct proportion. Okay. So in general form, this will be written as okay. So if suppose x is to y, okay, x by y, let x be like quantity and y will be cost. So x by y will be equal to k, will be equal to a constant value. You see here, for all x by y there is only 1 by 2. So this k is 1 by 2. So when this k will be constant for all x and y, okay, the proportion will be called as, the ratio will be called as direct proportion. Okay, so you can say that when the value of k is constant for all the values of x and y, then the ratio of x and y will be in direct proportion. Will be in direct proportion. So I hope you have understood this particular concept that what actually is direct proportion. So this is general form. This is general form. And with example, I have already shown you that what can be called as direct proportion. Indirect proportion, in next class we will be studying. First we will go for some of the questions. We will solve from the exercise given in book, and then we will move towards indirect proportion. Okay, gentlemen? Right. So let us start some of the questions. We will solve. So exercise 13.1, we will open it, and question number 1 we will solve. Okay? Right. So let me erase this one. Please come back to exercise 13.1. So the question given is, following are the car parking charges near a railway station. Okay, so we are given in question number 1 car parking charges near a railway station. Near a railway station. So how it is being given? It is given that 4 hours time is given. So what is the time? First given 4 hours, and another one, how much amount? So what will be the cost of that parking charge? Cost of parking. Okay, if the car is parked for up to 4 hours, 4 hours, amount 60 rupees will be charged. Okay, right. Now if the car is parked up to 8 hours, 8 hours, it will be charged 100 rupees. Okay, if it is parked for 12 hours, then it will be charged as 140 rupees. Okay, and if it is charged for 24 hours, then it will be charged rupees 180. 180. So now you see that 2 quantities are given to us. One is time the car is parked near to the railway station in that parking lot, and amount which is being charged by from that car owner. Right. If the car is parked up to 4 hours, 60 rupees will be taken. If the car is charged for 8 hours, 100 rupees will be taken. If the car is parked for 12 hours, 140 rupees will be taken. And if the car is parked for 24 hours, 180 rupees will be taken. Now we need to find that whether this is in direct proportion or not. This is in direct proportion or not. I am not talking about indirect proportion, man. We are talking about only direct proportion. So here, this particular exercise is only for direct proportion. Though in my voice, or you can say pronunciation, it will be coming somewhere indirect. So that is not indirect. In is separate, direct is separate. So what I want to say that whether this quantities given to us are in direct proportion or not. Okay, right. So let us find out their ratio. Okay. So time is to cost ratio. So 4 by 60. 4 is to 60. So what it is, gentlemen? It is 4 by 60. 4 by 60. Then 15. So it will be giving you 1 is to 15. The ratio will become 1 is to 15. Now in this case, gentlemen, so 8 is to rupees 100. Then you will be writing 8 by 100. Okay, then we will cancel it by 4. So 4 to the 8 and 4 25. So it is giving you 8 is to 25. Then next one we will be finding. So it is 12 is to 140. Then further it is 12 by 140. Okay, if we are going for dividing it by 4, so 4 3 are 12, and then 4 3 are 12, 4 5 are 20, so it is giving you 3 is to 35. And then next one we will go for 24 is to 180, so which is 24 by 180, then 4 6 24, 4 4 are 16, 4 5 are 20, okay, then 3 2 are 6 and 15. So 2 is to 15. So it is giving you 2 is to 15. What we have found here, gentlemen, this particular value is not the same for all. It is not same. Whereas the condition for direct proportion was to have these values same to same, constant. Okay, question says that check the parking charges are in direct proportion to the parking time or not. So this particular car parking charges and the time given are not in direct proportion, as the, you can say, proportion obtained with car parking charges and time is not constant. These are not in direct proportion. These are not in direct proportion. Okay? Right. Very nice. Now let us go for another question. Question number 2. Okay. Question number 2. What it says, gentlemen, a mixture of paint is prepared by mixing 1 part of red pigment with 8 parts of base. So a mixture of paint is there, which is prepared. Mixture of paint. So what it consists? It consists of 1 part of red pigment. So 1 part red pigment plus 8 parts of base. 8 parts of base. We are already given one table and we need to find the parts of base that need to be added. So already it has been given that it is in direct proportion. Let me prepare that table first. Prepare that table first. Okay. So here is parts of red pigment. Red pigment. And this is parts of base. Parts of base. We are given 1, 4, 7, 12, 20. 1, 4, 7, 12, 20. We are also given that 1 is to 8 and here it is blank. We need to find. So as it is varying in direct proportion, it is varying in direct proportion. So as the parts of red pigment parts of base varies in direct proportion, not varies, vary in direct proportion. Direct proportion. Okay. So direct proportion, and what it is? That is 1:8, 1 by 8. So 1:8. So all these proportions will be following this procedure, will be following this particular proportion. Okay. So remaining parts also will follow the same proportion, right? Okay, so it means, suppose this four parts of red pigment is there, and if you are doing here x, some x1, suppose it is x1, it is x2, x3, x4. So if it is x1, then the ratio should give you 1 by 8. The ratio must give you 1 by 8. Okay? Right. Now from here, when you are going for cross multiplication, so x1 into 1, it will become x1, and 8 into 4, it will become 32. So 32 parts of base will be here. So here we will be filling the value 32. x1 will become 32. Similarly, we will be finding out another one, that is 7 by x2. So it should also give you 1 by 8. Again, x2 into 1, so x2, and 8 into 7, that is 56. So here it will become 56. Then next one, 12 by x3 is equal to 1 by 8. So x3 is equal to 96. So here it will become 96. Okay? Then x4, 20 by x4 is equal to 1 by 8, and x4 is equal to 20 into 8, so 160. So here it will become 160. So in this way we can filter. We have to maintain this proportion constant everywhere. Everywhere we need to maintain constant, as it is varying directly. So direct proportion will always be giving you a constant value. In each and every case, a constant value. 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8. Okay, gentlemen? So in this way, we need to solve questions related to direct proportion, and I will solve two more questions. In this exercise, and remaining you can solve yourself, and if you are having doubt, then you can ask me. Let us go for another question, that is question number 3. Now question number 3 is an extension of question number 2, means similar, from that only it is there. What it is given? It is given that in question 2 above, if one part of a red pigment requires 75 ml of base, 75 ml of base, how much red pigment should we mix with 1800 milliliter of base? Okay, so what it is there? We are already given one condition. So what is the condition? One part of red pigment, okay, requires 75 milliliter of base. Requires 75 milliliter of base. How much red pigment? Means how much red pigment will be needed? for mixing with 1800 milliliter of base, and we are given 1800 milliliter of base. 1800 milliliter of base will be, it is given to us, and we are asked that how many parts of red pigment, we will be including it here. We will be utilizing for this 1800 milliliter of base. Okay, right? Let us find out. So here you can write in this way: 75 milliliter of base needs 1 part of red pigment. Yes or no? Yes. Then 1 milliliter of base needs 1 by 75 part of red pigment. Then 1800 milliliter of base needs 1 by 75 into 1800 parts of red pigment. So we can cancel it here. So we can go for cancelling with 5. So 5 15, then 5 3 are 15, then 30, 5 6 are 30, 0, again with 5, so 5 3 are 15, 5 7 are 35, and then 10, 5 2 are 10, 7 to 9 it is cancelling, so 3 2 are 6, and 12, so 24. What we are getting? We are getting 24 parts of red pigment. 75 milliliter of base, it needs 1 part of red pigment, it is mixed. Then 1 milliliter of base, it will be requiring 1 by 75 part of red pigment. Then 1800 milliliter of base will be needing 1 by 75 into 1800 parts of red pigment. And therefore, after cancelling the like terms, we can get 24 parts of red pigment. It means 1800 milliliter of base needs 24 parts of red pigment. This will be the answer. Okay? So this is already given to you in direct proportion, only it is there. Let us solve one more question. As I told you, we will solve question number 4 also. Question number 4 we will solve. Okay. What is question number 4, gentlemen? A machine in a soft drink factory fills 840 bottles in 6 hours. Okay, a machine is there in a cold drink factory. Okay, soft drink factory. Okay, in how many hours? So it is being given that in 6 hours 840 bottles is filled. In 6 hours 840 bottles are filled by the machine. In 6 hours 840 bottles are filled. Okay, in 6 hours. Then how many bottles will be filled in 5 hours? Okay, now the question is, in 5 hours how many bottles will be okay? So the question which we were solving, question number 4, what it is, in 6 hours 840 bottles are filled, and in 5 hours how many bottles will be filled by the machine? So this is the question from direct proportion. Okay, so we will be solving as we solved earlier, and even I will tell you that previous question what I solved. So how that direct proportion is involved in that. So previous question was telling that one part of red pigment, it consists of 75 milliliter of base. Then how many parts of red pigment? Let's suppose X be the parts of red pigment in 1800 milliliter of base. So our direct proportion like this we have to create. Okay, what we solved we have created it indirectly. Okay, so here this type of proportion has to be created. And if suppose X parts of red pigment, so X into 75 will be giving you 1800 into 1 milliliter of base. Okay, so X will give you 1800 by 75 parts of red pigment. So this is what? 24 parts of red pigment. 24 parts of red pigment will be applicable for 1800 milliliter of base. So in this way we have to solve. Similarly, when we are solving this one, we are given the question as in 6 hours 840 bottles are filled, and in 5 hours how many bottles will be filled by the machine. Then what we will do, suppose X number of bottles are filled by the machine in 5 hours. Then how we will make proportion? So if we are going for proportion time and number of bottle, okay, so from first sentence what we are getting, 6 hours divided by number of bottles is equal to, here 5 hours divided by number of bottles, X. What we have to take care? We have to take care when we are making this proportion in direct proportion. If we are taking in numerator number of hours, or you can say time, then numerator of both sides should consist of same quantity. If time is here also time should be there. In denominator, if we have taken number of bottle, then here also number of bottle only should be there. Okay, so this particular care has to be taken. Otherwise, it will go towards reverse side. That will become inverse proportion. If we are changing in, you can say, if 6 we are putting number of bottle here, time hours here, and if we are putting number of bottle here, then it will get completely changed. Then it will not be in direct proportion. Okay, so this particular part we must understand and we have to take care that whenever left hand side of the equal to and right hand side of the equal to, numerator should be of same quantity, denominator also should be of same quantity. Then only we can find this proportion. So from here, what we are finding? So 6 into x, it is giving us 6x. Then here it is 5 into 840. 840 into 5. Okay, then from here we are solving for x. It has become just like equation in one variable. So 840 into 5 divided by 6. Then 6, 3 2s are 3 2 just 6, 24. So 280. Then with this 2 will cancel. It will become 140. So x will become what? 140 into 5 and 14 by the 70, so 700. So it means in 5 hours 700 bottles can be filled. Okay, so this will be the answer. In 5 hours 700 bottles will be filled. Okay? So I hope that my friends have clearly understood that what actually is direct proportion. What actually is direct proportion? So in direct proportion, these proportion, or you can say the value what we are getting when we are going for dividing of the quantities, ratio of the quantities will be constant. So that's why the general definition says that whenever we are getting a proportion in this way, x by y, x will be of different quantity, y will be of different quantity, and it will be equal to k, constant for all the x will vary, y will vary, but when both are varying, we must get constant value of k. Then only direct proportion will be there. If anywhere we are making that x into y is equal to k, then it will go towards indirect proportion or inverse proportion. In next class, we will be studying about this xy is equal to k and how that inverse proportion is applicable or indirect proportion is applicable for both. Okay, this xy is equal to k. That we will see in next class. Okay, gentlemen? So, thank you very much.